Good morning, students. Welcome to physics online classes. Okay, welcome to online classes. In the previous class we discussed about the body projected from the top of a tower. Body projected from the top of a tower. So here we have considered one body here. From the top of a tower, a body is projected. Is it not? So height of the tower is h. From here to here, what is the height? Plus h. Here I am taking the displacement in the upward direction. The displacement is in the upward direction. That is along the positive y-axis. So it is plus h. And what is the remaining distance from here to here? I have taken h, sum of these two. Total height h plus h. Here the body is coming down. So in the negative y-axis. Okay. So the displacement is in negative. The displacement is negative. What is the resultant displacement? The total displacement. So total displacement is taken as yesterday. Total displacement. What is the total displacement? Here the total displacement is the displacement from the starting point and the displacement up to the ending point. That is the sum of these two. Sum of these two displacements. That is plus h minus of h plus h. So here the total displacement is equal to plus h minus h. Minus into plus is minus h. So plus h and minus h get cancelled. Then the resultant displacement is minus h. So the resultant displacement is minus h. We have seen in the previous class. Okay. So based on that, the acceleration when the body is going up, the acceleration is taken as minus g. Acceleration is taken as minus g. So when you substitute that values in the equation, we have s is equal to ut plus half a t square. In this formula we have s is equal to how much? Minus h. And here the velocity. So here the velocity when the body is going up in the positive axis, the velocity is taken as positive. So initial velocity is u, because the body is going up in the y-axis, positive y-axis, it is u. So ut plus half, a means acceleration. What is the acceleration here? Minus g. So minus g t square. So the equation minus h is equal to ut minus half g t square. So this is the equation yesterday we have seen it. For a body projected from the top of a tower, the height, what is the height for the height of the tower? If you wanted to know the height of the tower with the initial velocity when the body is projected from the top of a tower, so we have the relation minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So this same equation can be written in another form. That means if you take the minus, if you just take out the minus, then the equation can be written as h is equal to this minus will become plus half gt square, half gt square, and here we will get minus. So minus ut. So this is the equation. In another form also we can write it. H is equal to minus ut plus half gt square. So the various forms of taking the equation. Yes, some textbooks will follow this method, some textbooks will follow this method, and some teachers will follow this method. So based on that, we should have some idea how we are writing for to take the height of the tower. Okay, h is equal to half gt square minus ut. So here this minus, if you cancel it, here it will get minus and here we will get plus. Then h is equal to minus ut plus half gt square. So like that the equation is modified. Okay. Yes, it is clear for you all? Fine. Very nice. So now we will discuss the time taken by the body to reach the ground when it is projected from the top of a tower. So the time taken by the body to reach the ground when it is projected from the top of a tower. So the time taken by a body projected from the top of the tower, top of the tower. So let us see what is the total time taken by the body to travel from over here to reach the foot of the tower. So let us calculate that. What is the formula for to calculate the maximum height? So the maximum height formula is the maximum height formula is minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. Minus h is equal to ut minus half gt square. So I'll modify the formula taking the minus common out. Then h is equal to, it is ut minus ut plus half gt square, minus ut plus half gt square. I write this formula in the quadratic equation method. I write this formula in the quadratic equation method. How? Half z t square, half gt square minus ut. This, when this plus h comes to other side, it becomes minus h. Minus h is equal to 0. So plus h when it is taken to other side, it will become minus h, and I am equating to 0. Now this equation is in the form of a quadratic equation. This equation is in the form of a quadratic equation. Like a quadratic equation, ax square minus bx plus c. In the mathematics we have one formula, standard formula. A quadratic equation formula, it is in the form of a standard equation. Okay. Now what is the value of a here? A is equal to half g. A is equal to half g, x square means t square, and minus b is equal to minus u, x means t, and constant term is equal to h. So when you take the values here, when you take that values here, a is equal to how much? It is half g, and b is equal to how much? It is u, and c is equal to, it is h minus h. So it is minus h. So now we have one formula is there. What is that formula we have? X is equal to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. That is mathematics formula. Okay. X is equal to, it is minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the standard mathematics formula for the quadratic equation to find the roots. Okay. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. When you substitute these values here, yes, x means what here? T. What is the variable here? We are taking, yes, t. So t is equal to minus b. Minus b is what here? Minus b means u, minus u. So we have to take u. So in the place of minus b, in the place of minus, you have to take u. So u plus or minus under root of b square. What is the value of b square here? B means u. B means u. So u square minus 4 a value. What is the value of a? 1 by 2 g. A value is 1 by 2 g. C means minus h. C means minus h. So when I substitute here in the place of c minus h, so minus h and plus will get cancelled. Minus and minus into minus is plus. So minus into minus is plus. That means I am taking in the place of c. So I will take it as minus h. Minus h. Then by 2a. 2 into a. A value is how much? 1 half g. So it is 1 by 2 g. 1 by 2 g. So if you write that entire equation, the entire equation will become as here. So the entire equation will be modified here. T is equal to, it is u plus or minus under root of b square u square. So minus into plus, minus into minus is how much? Plus. Plus here 2 get cancelled here, 2 get cancelled, 2gh. So minus into minus is plus, I have written. Then 2 get cancelled with 4 2 times, and 2gh is left over. So 2gh by, what is the here? 2 get cancelled, yes. Then what is the left over here? G. So we got g value, g. So here we have plus is there, minus is there. What this plus stands for and what this minus stands for. So when you take the plus means that to this initial value, the body projected with the initial velocity u, to this initial velocity we are adding this value. We are adding this value. So the number is increased. So the number is increased. So that means we have to take plus one time and minus one time. Plus one time and minus one time. So when you are taking plus one time and minus one time, we can see that yes, T1 we have here t is equal to u plus or minus under root of u square minus 2, here to get cancelled here, and g h minus h is there, and 2 to get cancelled into g. So then we have t is equal to u plus or minus under root of u square plus 2g h by g. So here we have plus is there and minus is there, so we have to take two time intervals. One time interval is the time taken to fall from the maximum height is the time interval 2 we will take it as, and the time interval t1 is shorter length, that is short distance where the body reaches to the maximum height. So this t2 is greater than t1, this t2 is greater than t1, then we take the t2 value here, this is as t2 and this is as t1. So the longer length, the time interval to reach from the maximum height to the foot of the tower is t2. So T2 u plus, that is adding up of the number, and T1 means a short intervals of time. So in the calculations we used to take the T2 is greater than T1. So u plus under root of u square plus 2gh by g formula we used to consider. Okay, this is the formula we used to calculate the time taken by the body to reach the ground. We will calculate the time taken by the body to reach the ground. Okay, we won't consider that because the time interval is very less here, whereas the time interval for T2 is, it has a longer time interval is there, so we are considering only T2 value. Okay, now let us calculate the velocity of the body reaching the foot of the tower. What is the velocity of the body reaching the foot of the tower? So the second one is velocity of the body reaching the foot of the tower. Velocity of the body reaching the foot of the next concept is velocity of the body. Velocity of the body reaching the foot of the tower. Reaching the foot of the tower. Foot of the tower. Now let us see that. So here the body is being projected. We are taking the body is being projected here from the top of the tower, and we have taken that here the a is equal to minus z, because it is going up. It is going up, and the displacement. What is the displacement I have taken here? S is equal to minus h I have taken. Just now in the previous case I have explained to you. Minus h I have taken, and velocity of the body reaching to the ground. Let us say v is the velocity here, and u is the initial velocity. U is the initial velocity. So we have initial velocity u is equal to u, and we have to calculate the velocity of the body and reaching to the ground. So we have the relation v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. So v square minus u square is equal to 2 into, here a is equal to minus z, a is equal to minus z, and s is equal to minus h. S is equal to minus h. So v square minus u square is equal to, minus into minus is plus, it is 2gh. Minus into minus is plus, it is 2gh. Now take this minus u square to other side. So v square is equal to 2gh. When minus u square taken to other side, it will become plus u square, plus u square. Now just see that take the square on both sides. Taking the square root on both sides, the square root get cancelled over here. The other side we have square. So v is equal to under root of 2gh plus u square. If I write in the proper order, v is equal to under root of u square plus 2gh. So this is the formula being used to calculate the velocity of a body. This is the formula being used to calculate the velocity of a body reaching to the foot of the tower. Reaching to the foot of the tower. Here we can take minus also. You can take, if you put one minus here, see what this minus indicates. This minus indicates that the body is coming down into the negative y-axis. The body is coming down into the negative y-axis. Here the body is going up. Here the body is coming down. So the body has been returned and is coming down into the negative y-axis. So the negative sign shows that the body is returning to the downwards. The body is returning to the downwards with a velocity v is equal to under root of u square plus 2gh. Okay, just copy down this, and we will go for the next concept.